Hi everyone. Now we will continue with the topic methods of expressing concentration, in which firstly we will discuss molarity. But before discussing molarity, one should have a knowledge of types of solution. Firstly, what's meant by a solution? What's meant by a solution? Let's suppose you have added some what's that called as salt in water. Take another example. You have added some sand in water. Yes. Take the first example. You try to dissolve some salt in water. Before dissolution, what's the physical state of salt? Yes, solid, right? And what's the physical state of water? It is liquid. And after dissolution, both salt and water are in same physical state. Yes or no? When you come to the second case, before dissolution, what's the physical state of sand? Solid. What's the physical state of water? Liquid. But after dissolution also, their physical states are same. Yes or no? So this sort of observation is required to define a solution. What's meant by a solution? It should be a homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous means whatever the components we are mixing, they should be in same physical state. The mixture should be homogeneous. Mixture should be homogeneous throughout. Understood? So we have to start with the term. Now, when we come to the definition, homogeneous mixture of two or more components. See, in the first example, we tried to dissolve salt in water. Along with the salt, we can dissolve sugar. Yes, we can dissolve glucose. Means we can take any number of components, but the total mixture should be homogeneous. Understood? So, let's come to the definition. Homogeneous mixture of two or more components. Homogeneous mixture of two or more components. There is one more point to complete the definition here. What is that? That is, suppose in a glass of water, suppose 100 ml of water is taken in a glass, in which you are adding some 1 spoon of salt. Let us assume that it gets dissolved. One more spoon you add, it gets dissolved. Like that, how many spoons you can? Only a few, right? If you add more and more amount of salt or sugar, whatever it is, after saturation point, right, it settles down, the excess amount settles down. So, even there is a limit for the composition of the components, limit for the amount of substances, right? Even that point also to be specified. So, what's the complete definition? Homogeneous mixture of two or more components whose composition may vary within certain limits. That's the complete definition of solution. Once again, what's meant by a solution? Homogeneous mixture of two or more components whose composition may vary within certain limits. Understood? See, what's the definition part? It is homogeneous mixture of two or more components. Homogeneous mixture of two or more components whose composition may vary, within certain limits. Within certain limits. This is the complete definition of a solution. Example, sugar in water, salt in water, etc. Sugar in water, salt in water, etc. Now, of course, we are going to study about this classification in one more lesson also. Now, our next term to be studied is binary solution. What's meant by a binary solution? Yes, Bi, the term bi stands for what? Two components. The term bi stands for what? Two components, right? A binary solution is the one solution which contains, binary solution is the solution which contains only two components. Only two components. Binary solution is the one that contains only two components, is said to be a binary solution. Suppose sugar in water is a binary solution, salt in water is a binary solution, etc. Right? Now, in a binary solution, we have to learn the classification. Means, when there are two components in a solution, consider you added some sugar in a glass of water. So, in this solution, and dissolved the sugar, of course. In this solution you have prepared, there are two components. One is sugar, other one is water. Among the two components, which is in less proportion? Yes, obviously, sugar is in less proportion. Such a component which is in less proportion is usually called as solute. The component which is in less proportion is called as solute. Component that is in less proportion. Component which is in less proportion is called as solute. Obviously, you can assess the next definition. What's meant by solvent? Component of a binary solution, of course. Component which is in more proportion. Component which is in more proportion is called as solvent. So, in a sugar in water solution, sugar is solute, water is solvent. In a salt in water solution, salt is solute, water is solvent. Usually, in our syllabus, means up to JEE mains level and NEET level, even in advanced level also, we in general deal with aqueous solutions only. In general, and there are some numericals which deals with the non-aqueous solutions. Even that are also very easy concepts, right? But in most of the cases, we deal with the aqueous solutions, means where solvent is water. What's meant by an aqueous solution? Solution where solvent is water. Got it? Now, after finishing this solute and solvent, suppose you are given a question dealing with NaOH solution, sodium hydroxide solution. Now, what are the terms? What is solute and what is solvent in sodium hydroxide solution? Sodium hydroxide solution means sodium hydroxide pellets are dissolved in water. Sodium hydroxide pellets are dissolved in water. So, sodium hydroxide pellets are solute, water is solvent. Understood? Suppose you take alcohol mixed with water. Alcohol mixed with water. Some little amount of alcohol mixed with more amount of water. So, in this, what is solute? Alcohol is solute, water is solvent. Suppose you are given with the sulfuric acid solution, H2SO4 solution in a particular numerical. In that H2SO4 numerical, sulfuric acid is the solute, water is the solvent. In oxalic acid solution, same. Oxalic acid is solute, water is solvent. Unless they specify that a particular component is in high value, so in all the remaining cases, you have to take that solute as the particular substance. Suppose you take nitric acid solution. Nitric acid is a solute, unless they specify. Okay. In general, you can easily assess the solute particle in a given solution. Right. Now, with this basic knowledge, we have to study the method of expressing concentration, that is molarity, right? What is molarity? Okay, and it is the best method of expressing concentration, one of the best method of expressing concentration, next to normality, of course. Molarity means number of moles, already we studied, number of moles are also called as number of gram moles. In last few classes we studied, I think you remember that. Number of moles are also called as number of gram moles. Why? How do you calculate number of moles? Mass by molar mass, no? As we are expressing mass and molar mass in terms of grams, the number of moles are also called as number of gram moles, right? Number of moles of solute, present in a liter solution. What's meant by molarity? Tell me. Number of moles of solute present in a liter solution. So mathematically, molarity can be expressed as a ratio of number of moles of solute. Right? You know this small n corresponds to number of moles. And in what's meant by solute? Actually, what's meant by solute? The one which is in less proportion. No. That's why in general, solute is given with a small s and solvent is given with a capital S. Usually, it's one of the notations to specify solvent and solute. As there is another set of presentation actually. In some books, they may present solvent as it is a major component in a binary solution. They may give the number 1 for solvent, 2 for solute. In some books, some authors may assign small a for solvent because of the first preference and b, small b for solute. So better you be aware of all these notations. Okay. So in our class, we are following small s for solute, capital S for solvent for our convenience. Now, what's meant by molarity? Number of moles of solute present in a liter solution means molarity is ratio of number of moles of solute to volume of solution. Volume of solution expressed in, very good, liters. Expressed in liters. So this is the mathematical expression for molarity. Right? You should be very perfect in this relation. Molarity is nothing but number of moles of solute in a liter solution. Whatever the ratio, suppose number of moles is 4, volume is 2 liter. After cancellation, we will get 2 moles per liter. No. So ratio will be per liter only always. That's why mathematically, in a simplified form, molarity of a solution can be given as number of moles of solute by volume of solution given in liters. V liters of solution. Volume of solution V given in liters. Yes. Expression is very important. This particular area, of course, the complete stoichiometry is just like mathematics. Complete numericals. Okay. Where one should be very good at relations. I think you are following. Now, what is this term stands for? Tell me. What does this term stands for? Yes, number of moles of solute. How do you calculate number of moles of solute? How do you calculate number of moles of solute? Given mass by molar mass. So, it is nothing but mass of solute over gram molecular mass of solute. Mass of solute over gram molecular. Number of moles means mass by gram molecular mass into this 1 by volume of solution in liters. V liters of solution. So, this is the formula after expansion. You have to remember all these mathematical terms. Okay. Now, on these relations, numericals will be given. Yes. What's meant by molarity? It is number of moles of solute present in a liter solution. In 1 liter solution, how many moles of solute are finally present? In 1 liter solution, how many moles are present? That's what you have to find finally to explain or to present in molarity, in terms of molarity. Okay. Now, sometimes they may express the volume of solution in milliliters. Then molarity equals to number of moles of solute into number of moles of solute over some 0.5 liters. Some 0.5 liters, right? 0.5 liters means how many ml? 500 ml, no? So this can also be expressed as number of moles of solute over 500 ml out of 1000 ml, right? Correct? 0.5 liters can be expressed in this way. On rearrangement, molarity can be expressed as number of moles of solute into 1000 by 500 ml. So as I had given a particular number for volume here, we are using that. In general, instead of number, we have to take the term V for volume, right? Then when volume of solution is given in ml like this, then molarity can be expressed as number of moles of solute into 1000 by V ml, volume of solution given in ml, V ml of solution. V ml of solution, right? Now you can expand this, substitute the formula for number of moles. What is that? It is mass of solute by gram molecular mass of solute into 1000 by V ml of solution. 1000 by V ml of solution. Right. So this is the basic relation. After substituting number of moles with mass by molar mass, this is another formula. When volume is given in milliliters instead of liters, this is the relation. Even in this also number of moles is substituted, this will be the relation. In any one of these relation or on any one of these relation, numerical will be raised. Okay. Now let us solve some numericals. Yeah. These are the formulas we have to remember to solve numericals. Suppose a question is given. Calculate the molarity of 500 ml, initially we will take liters, okay? 2 liters of solution containing 4 moles of NaOH. 2 liters of solution containing 4 moles of NaOH. Whenever a question is given like this, don't get tense, don't freeze, okay? You try to get the data. What's the data given in the question? Data given means what? What value is given and what value is asked to find out. What are the given values and what are the values to be determined, right? Now let us see this one. Calculate the molarity. We have to find out molarity. We have to find out molarity. We don't know that. And volume is given in liters. 2 liters of solution containing number of moles of solute. I told you already. In NaOH solution, what is solute? NaOH. Solvent is water. Good. So number of moles of solute equals to 4 moles. Now, this is the value to be determined. This is the data given for determination, right? Now, what's the formula between the given value and asked value? What's the relation between values asked and values given, right? Now, what's the formula between them? We have molarity equals to number of moles of solute by volume of solution given in liters. You know this, right? So, molarity equals to, what is the number of moles? 4 out of, what's the volume? 2. That is 2 molar. This is how we have to express 2 molar solution. This is the way to express the molarity. 2 molar. If it is 0.5 molar, 0.5 molar, 0.6 molar, 10 molar, right? Like that. That molar symbol we have to give while expressing the concentration in molarity. Understood? Right? When a question is given like calculate the molarity of so and so liter solution containing so and so moles of solute, just write or observe which value is asked, which value is given, and what's the formula between them. Just substitute the values given in the question, we will get the answer. Yes? Now it's your turn. You try one question, right? Calculate molarity of 4 liters of solution containing 0.5 moles of HCl. Yes, hydrochloric acid. Now, again, same style. Solution. Molarity is asked to calculate. Question mark. This is a value to be determined. And volume of the solution is given in liters, 4 liters. And number of moles of HCl solute is 0.5. Right? Now, what's the formula between them? Molarity equals to number of moles of solute by volume of solution given in liters. 0.5 by 4. Yes, 0.125 molar. The term molar is the termination, right? This is the symbol we have to terminate the concentration, right? This is simple model question, right? Now they will make changes. They may express this volume in milliliters. They may express this moles in terms of mass. When volume is given in milliliters, what's the formula I said? Molarity equals to number of moles of solute into 1000 by V ml of solution. As volume is in milliliters, I am using a small v here. Have you noticed? This is small v. Small v. Some notation you have to follow. You can take small v also like this. Okay? It's up to you. When volume is given in milliliters, instead we have to use the relation. Suppose when moles are given, instead of moles they had given mass. Then molarity equals to mass of solute by gram molecular mass of solute into 1 by volume of solution in liters when volume is given in liters. If volume is given in milliliters, you have to express V ml of solution. So depending on the data given in the question, we have to choose the formula. You got it? Read the question properly. What is the data given? Milliliters or liters? Moles or mass? Depending on that, we have to choose the formula. Now you understood. When we have to choose different formulae, means we should remember all these relations, right? When we have choice, we have to remember all these relations. Then only we can choose, no? So, formulas you have to remember at any cost, right? Now, one more question on this. Calculate molarity of 500 ml of H2SO4 solution, 500 ml of H2SO4 solution containing, now this time H2SO4 solution. What is solute? H2SO4. In a salt solution, salt is solute, water is solvent. In a H2SO4 solution, H2SO4 is solute, water is solvent. Solution containing some 9.8 grams of sulfuric acid. Containing 9.8 grams of sulfuric acid. What I told you already, when a numerical is given, don't freeze, please. Okay. You observe what is asked and what is given. First step is what is asked to find out. Molarity is asked to find out. And what's given? Volume, V ml is given, 500 ml. See, as it is given in ml, I am using small. Some notation we have to, see, we have to make a habit of expressing, oh, small v means it is milliliters, capital V means liters. That's a simple thing. Now, this is grams means it is expressed for mass, right? So, mass of the solute equals to 9.8 grams. What is solute? That's the point where everyone should be very attentive, right? What is solute in this solution? Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid gram molecular mass 2 into 1, 2 into hydrogen plus sulfur plus 4 into oxygens. That is 2 into 1 plus sulfur is 32 plus 4 into 16. After adding these values, we will get 98. Gram molecular mass of sulfuric acid is 98. Okay. Now see. Right. Now we have to find out molarity. This is the data given. What's the for? This is step 1. We are in step 1. We finished step 1. Now what is step 2? Formula between them. Molarity equals to mass of solute by gram molecular mass of solute into 1000 by volume is expressed in ml, no? VML of solution. VML of solution. So molarity equals to mass of solute is what? What is mass of solute? 9.8. What is gram molecular mass of solute? 98 into 1000 by what is volume of solution given? Volume of solution given is 500. So on simplification, 9.8 by 98 is 0.1 into 1000 by 500, 2. So molarity is 0.2 molar. 0.2 molar. Yes, this is another numerical. Go through this step by step, and if the class is going fast, you can express it in while asking question, right? Or you send me a message, right? Now, next question. Another question is, calculate mass of HNO3 present in 500 ml of 0.1 molar HNO3 solution. Again, we need not specify HNO3 solution. When we have to determine HNO3, it means we are given with HNO3 solution, right? Okay, calculate mass of HNO3 present in 500 ml of so and so molar solution. Again, same style. Don't worry by looking at the question, right? First, you read the question properly for 1 or 2 times. Observe the values given and values asked to find out. Calculate the mass of solute, question mark. Yes, and when solute is specified here, it means we can determine its molecular mass, gram molecular mass. What is gram molecular mass of solute? It is 1 hydrogen is 1 plus nitrogen is 14 plus each oxygen is 16, 16 into 3. After adding this, we will get 63. Gram molecular mass of nitric acid is 63. Then mass of solute is copied. We have to determine. Molecular mass of solute is determined. Already we can give. Now volume is given in ml. VML is equals to 500 ml. And then molarity is given directly. See, molarity is 0.1 molar. What's our next step? Relation between the given values and asked value. Given values and value to be determined. What's the relation? This is the relation. So, molarity is given 0.1 equals to mass of solute. We don't know. This is what to be determined. Gram molecular mass of solutes by 63 into 1000 over what is volume of solution given? 500. On cancellation, this is 2. Then mass of solute is equals to 0.1 into 63 by 2. Right? 31.5, no? On cancellation, 0.1 into 31.5. So 31.5 by 10. What is the value? You are very good at mathematics. 3.15 grams. Mass, no? We have to express it in grams because we are using number of moles. Mass of solute in grams over gram molecular mass of solute in grams. Both should be in same unit. So 3.15 grams because we already expressed this in grams. 63 grams per sulfuric acid. Nitric acid. Okay. So mass of solute is 3.15 grams. Like this, on the same relation, questions will be given in different directions. Okay. Unknown value will be 1, which is to be determined. So for answering or to answer such questions, now you got the point. One should be very perfect in those mathematical relations. Got it? Just one more question. Calculate the volume of solution containing calculate the volume of 0.01 molar solution C. What is this? Calculate the volume of 0.01 molar solution. 0.01 molar solution containing 1.6 grams of NaOH. Calculate the volume of 0.01 molar solution containing 1.6 grams of NaOH. Same way, what is asked to calculate and what is given? Right? Calculate the volume. Volume equals to question mark. You can find it in liters or milliliters, and look at the options. As it is MCQ model, look at the options. Volume may be expressed in milliliters or liters. Accordingly, you choose. Right? Molarity is given, see, 0.01 molar. 0.01 molar. And mass of solute is given as 1.6. Solute formula is specified, no? It means we can find its gram molecular mass. What is gram molecular mass of solute? It is 23 plus 16 plus 1 means 40. Now, these are the values given. This is asked to find out. What's the formula between them? Molarity equals to mass by gram molecular mass of solute into, if you want to find the value volume in liters, you can take 1 by V. 1 by volume in liters, volume of solution in liters. Now you just rearrange this. Volume in liters equals to mass of solute by gram molecular mass of solute into 1 by molarity. Volume of solution in liters equals to, what is mass of solute? 1.6 over gram molecular mass of solute. It is 40 into 1 by, what is molarity? What is molarity? 1 by 10 power minus 2. 0.01 means 10 power minus 2. Now you have to simplify this. This is, if you take this to numerator, it will be 100. 1.6 into 100, 160 by 40. Simplification varies from person to person, right? 4/4. It is 4 liters. Okay, students. Rest of the models we will discuss in the next session.